Funimation was founded in 1994 with the vision and mission to make anime as accessible as possible to fans across the world. In doing so, they've released over 500 animes on their platform and are the leading company in the dubbing industry, which is the process of voicing over foreign media with a native tongue. Funimation struggled as a company to begin with, as they had a rocky start getting the company running. Jun Fukunaga somehow managed to get the rights to Dragon Ball from his uncle, who was the producer for Toei Animation. However, they would need to succeed Toei's proposal. This proposal was that Fukunaga needed to raise enough money and start a production company. As the company started, the release of Dragon Ball was not an instant success, and as it began to air, it seemed like it would be the end of Funimation. However, with Dragon Ball airing on Cartoon Network, it began to build traction and it successfully became a hit. With this, Funimation got their success in releasing the Dragon Ball series to the English audiences. And yet, they are still stuck with only the Dragon Ball series. With all that success, and them being the primary leader of the English release of Dragon Ball, they decided to dub even more animes and distribute them to the American market. In order to understand their campaign where they are now, you need to understand the start of the streaming services. With the start of Netflix and Hulu, Funimation saw that success and the future of streaming. With their audience essentially being anyone into anime or anyone wanting to kill time, they were in the competition with those people of that same market. In order to reach that audience, they began to stream full episodes of their animes to Hulu in 2008, and that same year they began distributing full episodes of their own to their website with ads. It was not until 2016, the modern era of streaming with competitors such as Netflix and especially Crunchyroll, that Funimation created their streaming service Funimation Now, allowing subscribers to pay a fee to watch HD ad-free animes. The only struggle to possibly create this is a fall in the competition in the anime market. With the release of Funimation Now, they are able to compete with Crunchyroll and the soon-to-be HIDIVE. That campaign has been a success with over 300,000 subscribers. However, at some point as they began streaming their service, they were already at a disadvantage to the anime powerhouse Crunchyroll, which currently has over 900 animes and over 2 million paying subscribers. Their campaign in creating a streaming service was successful, but not number one in the market, with a huge selling point of their service being their simul dubs, which are episodes being released in English either the same day as they would air in Japan or around the same time. As a subscriber myself of both Funimation and Crunchyroll, I began to notice that due to coronavirus, their simul dubs became less simultaneous and more asynchronous. This became a problem with Funimation as they primarily only released the dubbed version of these shows due to them only having said dubbed rights rather than having their subtitled equivalent. Shows such as Black Clover, which were already behind, is now a whole 8 episodes behind due to coronavirus, or even one of Funimation Now's biggest animes, My Hero Academia, which was originally being released at the same time as it was in Japan, is now wrapping up its English season while Japan finished a whole month before. I as a subscriber do love dubbed animes, but at some point I made the switch to Crunchyroll so I could catch up with these shows. It does not make it any better that Crunchyroll has a larger variety of anime compared to Funimation, while also starting their own dubs and type of simul dubs, which is taking away from one of Funimation's largest selling points. Funimation's only way to combat this is to continue to release their simul dubs from home.
This is Colleen Klinkenbeard. I'm a voice actress and director and producer at Funimation. We have now recorded the entirety of My Hero Academia episode 84. Most of which was recorded from our homes.
Even though they are a whole month behind in these shows compared to the caught-up Crunchyroll. In doing so, they are hoping to continue to gain subscribers. They are also trying to gain more subscribers and make a profit during this time, so they have to make deals for exclusive anime such as Kaguya-Sama Love is War Season 2 and Kakushigoto to their streaming service with their subtitled version for subscribers to watch every week. However, even with the addition of animes from their sister company Aniplex America, from the merger of the two companies back in 2019, some of these animes are still being released to other streaming services such as Hulu, or once again, Crunchyroll. Not only that, but with the budget that Crunchyroll has, they are able to release Crunchyroll originals without even needing to make deals with third parties. Funimation wants to gain subscribers, and if they were to lose their own subscribers to Crunchyroll due to people switching because of schedule conflicts, this would be a problem for the company. The problem with anime in today's market is that liking it is sort of taboo. You do not see anime being streamed on cable television, and if it is, it's on a Saturday at 11 o'clock at night. People today are just not fan of foreign items. It might be effective to have people binge shows on Funimation during this time, similarly to what they are doing on Netflix. The solution to getting people onto your service in the first place is through celebrity endorsement. If you are able to market through that, you could get a boost in subscribers because their idols are speaking highly about it. A popular example of this would be Kylie Jenner and how she boosts people's careers in music. you were to pay celebrities to talk about how they love anime, or pay them to write music or be in an ad about it, you can get people who do not follow foreign stuff start watching it because their idols told them to. For anime to be popular, Funimation needs to separate anime from just Pokemon, but a genre full of unique and different shows. Hiring Kanye West and Samuel L. Jackson to talk about anime and marketing it all over social media with their accounts would gain traction. Even having Kylie Jenner talk about it can help anime become mainstream for even just the tiniest bit of time, allowing people to be exposed to it and get rid of that taboo. Through the social media celebrity endorsement campaign with Kanye West and Kylie Jenner, the company would spend about $3 million on just endorsement itself, an additional $11 million on the advertising through Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and live television, which in return should profit about 200,000 new paying subscribers. Aniplex contains some of the most popular anime such as Demon Slayer and Sword Art Online. Through the joint venture made between the two companies by Sony back in 2019, Funimation could make a deal for exclusivity to all Aniplex titles instead of just a couple. Through an agreement in the merger made from last year, Funimation would remove all Aniplex titles from Crunchyroll, leaving Funimation to gain all profits from those popular titles in streaming. Funimation should market this exclusivity over Instagram and through news sources such as Variety and other pop culture magazine news sources. This would also lower the number of series on Crunchyroll, as well as leveling out the two services to about an almost equal amount of shows. Not only that, but Crunchyroll subscribers should drop about 250,000 subscribers due to the shows branded by Aniplex having over millions of members online. With this, Funimation should gain about 50,000 subscribers or so who switch platforms. As the United States begins to open more and more every day, the less time Funimation will have to deal with their current problem of dubbing anime from their homes. In this solution, Funimation will continue to dub from home with shows that have already started, such as My Hero Academia, Black Clover, A Certain Scientific Railgun Tea, and Fruits Basket. The current problem itself is that with these shows being behind, Funimation will focus a majority of their time catching up on these shows in the studio in Texas. For efficiency to continue, and for the rest of the shows to not fall behind, Funimation should hire more voice actors out of college/local theaters and hire professional directors from highly rated indie short films. In adding more voice talent and professional directors, Funimation can solve the problem of being behind and allowing their simul dubs to actually be simul dubs. In order to have these voice actors work harder and harder, Funimation should implement a poll system for fans to vote on their favorite voice actor, as well as keep their forums open for fans to submit their feedback. Within these polls, Funimation will create a tier system of pay. The higher voted you are, the higher you'll be placed on these tiers of pay. The current voice actors at Funimation will not partake in this and will continue to catch up on the shows that need to be dubbed. Funimation will advertise these polls that will be placed on their homepage on social media platforms such as YouTube, in which they have over 2 million subscribers, Twitter, Instagram, etc. In hiring these new voice actors, Funimation should also be hiring more professional voice directors from highly rated indie movies. In doing so, they will achieve the highest possible quality of the shows that are being dubbed, while at the same time not having to send all their current voice talents and directors from Texas all across the United States. In order for this to be a success, Funimation should team up with different studios and colleges across the United States, specifically popular cities, to advertise this job, and to make sure that the voice talent is all over the world rather than just from Texas. In doing so, they will set up and work with other studios to get both the voice director and the actors in the same location to make recording a breeze. Funimation should also hire more audio mixers and engineers to make sure that these different recordings sound as similar as possible for the final product. With them being caught up, they should not be losing subscribers who switch to Crunchyroll for the subtitled version, since those are caught up to begin with. On top of that, Funimation should also hire professional voice talent such as talented celebrities with premium prices for more popular shows. These shows will be marketed and advertised more aggressively on social media compared to their other shows. It will also gain more traction with these popular actors and actresses due to them having their own fan base. If Funimation were to do all of this, their subscriber count should not decrease, but rather increase an additional 100,000, with all the shows essentially being caught up, an additional 200,000 with the new and popular voice talents. All of this should leave Funimation to lose about $14 million in hiring and setting up, as well as an additional $5 million in marketing. This should also raise them up to their goal as the #1 anime provider in the future, allowing the genre to become mainstream. The company spent around $1.5 million to have Kylie Jenner post about Funimation. She posted a 30-second video of her talking about the My Hero Academia exclusive dub on Funimation, which in turn crashed the site within 5 minutes of her uploading it. The company also paid Kanye about $2.3 million to talk about Akira, and an additional $1.5 million for him to create a jingle that is posted to Spotify about his love for Akira, something that Kanye is truly passionate about. This also helped crash the site. Both of these celebrities advertised their respective anime, stating that they were free to watch ad-free for that month, with the exception that only the first season of My Hero Academia was free for that month. In the end, the website gained about 23 million people that day, and had the first season of My Hero Academia gain over 78 million views that month, and Akira gained 60 million views that month as well. Funimation also hired other celebrities to endorse a free month trial, leading the company to lose about a profit of $7.8 million in subscriptions, but then gain an additional 400,000 subscribers to their service, which goes over doubling their current amount. With the exclusivity of the Aniplex titles, all Aniplex titles gained an additional average of 3 million views to the already 1.3 million views that month. Funimation gained an additional 75,000 subscribers just from this campaign alone. However, Crunchyroll has also gained subscribers as well, an additional 60,000 to their already 2 million actively paying subscribers even with the Aniplex titles removed. In response to this, Crunchyroll gained subscribers due to them lowering their costs and continued to gain success from their Crunchyroll originals, more specifically the show Tower of God. Funimation was able to catch up on all the shows they were currently in the middle of simul-dubbing, with these shows being their primary focus. They were still able to release what would be their current seasonal shows with these new voice talents. New shows during this current season of anime, such as Kakushigoto, have been receiving double the amount of viewers due to their new fresh take on voice talent. With Kaguya-Sama Love is War, the voice talent of Luke Hedges, who acts in movies such as Lady Bird and Waves, and Elizabeth Olsen, who plays the Scarlet Witch in the Avengers series, played the two leads. In the first month alone, the anime gained over 18 million views with ads for the first season. It also gained an additional 6 million views for the second season, which was exclusive for paying subscribers. Funimation spent about 23 million on hiring and an additional 8 million paying for studio partnerships and advertising. In doing so, Funimation gained an additional 300,000 subscribers that month. If you were to combine all these solutions together, Funimation would have gained around 775,000 subscribers to their already 200,000/300,000. By the end of the year, they would have gained 1.2 million new subscribers with these campaigns. This would still have them trailing behind Crunchyroll, who would still remain at about 2.1 million subscribers or so with their originals and price reduction. If this success were to continue though, within the next couple of years, they would have approximately around 12 million subscribers in 2024, while Crunchyroll remaining around the 6 or 7 million mark. Funimation lost a ton of money, over $60 million in just advertising and hiring alone. Yet it wasn't too bad because they raised the price of their subscription to $8 a month for the base account and $13 a month for the premium, which helped increase their profit. They gained around 750,000 subscribers in their base account and around 450,000 in their premium accounts just this year. Funimation only made a profit of about $17.1 million that year, $14.25 million in the subscriptions alone, and $2.85 million in the box sets and merchandise. In the anime industry, that would be a lot of money, but it still leaves them in debt from the year before. Not only that, but subscriptions began to slowly decrease after the Akira and My Hero Academia celebrity endorsement campaigns were over. In the end, it should take about 7 or 8 years for them to make back their profit with their premium prices and their premium talent that they have selected. Just like how Funimation should market themselves in winning the streaming wars for anime, you should market yourself as valuable. You want people to care about yourself and invest in you. Funimation is currently struggling with the coronavirus, and a way that they could hypothetically get out of it is by reviving their company and producing anime, but also creating new opportunities to allow anime to become mainstream. They saw opportunities and took it to make Funimation something more than just a streaming service with anime. They showed that people should invest more time in these television shows because they have value in them. They could take advantage of what they have and what they could do and capitalize on that, in return making anime itself more popular in the United States, but also throughout the world.